Welcome to the Dowden Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today we are going to talk about breaking bad habits. Now, before we get started, you guys could find this video strictly on YouTube, but the audio everywhere else. Now, with that said, habits can come in many different forms. I mean, it can easily be through smoking or drinking, pushing people away when you're hurt, or something as simple as your daily routine. Because not all habits are bad, but today, those are the ones that we're really gonna focus on. You see, habits tend to start when you're at your lowest of lows and when you least expect it. And then you just end up becoming so attached or so connected, you don't think twice when you do it. And then the people around you start to change and you wonder why. And maybe you even have an increased anxiety when you just don't have what you want. Because habits can control you, and we have all fell victim to it, but the hardest part is seeing it before it takes control. If you're waking up every morning, getting right on your phone, or stepping outside to have a cigarette, it is a habit. I'm sorry to say, but it's something you have to notice. You've basically programmed your mind so you can't start your day without knowing everything that happened while you slept, or you can't start your day without smoking to feel a buzz. And like I said, the hardest thing is seeing it in your own actions and daily lifestyle. And it's only your choice to determine if it's good for you or not, because nobody is going to be able to fix or help you when it comes down to your personal habits. Because if you're going through random mood switches or even random points of depression and anxiety, you need to check your habits. Is your schedule not right, and is it messing with your sleep? Or are you eating the right stuff that your body actually needs and not what you just like? Or, is it even the amount of nicotine and caffeine you fill yourself up with 24/7? It could be anything, but you have to start seeing your own personal habits. It's time to start to build the new you. It's time to start to be the person who wakes up every morning and goes to the gym instead of looking on their phone, or doesn't have to miss all of the simple moments because you're always outside smoking a cigarette, or getting blasted while everybody drinks at a family party because you don't know when to stop. You really have to find these habits, and you really have to take control, because if you want to have energy, if you want to be happy without even having to force yourself, then you have to cut out all the bad habits. If you can find and break those habits, then things will finally start to work how you imagined. You'll find more joy in this world overall, and I can promise that, because there's too many things people worry about that they have no control over, and through that, habits form. So just be the best possible version of you at the end of the day, and really try to connect with yourself, because nothing's going to change until you make the very first move. So, with that said, today's quote is by James Clear. He once said, "Bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change." And I really want you guys to think about that, because you really need to realize, are you making that change for you or for the people around you? So, with that said, you guys can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is the Dowden Podcast.